years now, managing CJ.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're sick of it. I'm sure he is too. But
Yeah.
how do you go about it? How do you, as it gets closer to the season?
Well, the good news is we have tons of depth. So, but with him, it's just managing his load. He plays a physical game of football. He's not going to change. It's just his DNA. So, goes until he can't go. And we just the good news is we could kind of limit his reps because we have guys behind him that are productive as all hell. And so, just got to manage that and hope we can get him through.
There's always something next for somebody to work on, for somebody who's played as much as he has.
Yeah.
What is the next thing for him?
I just fine tune his game a little bit. He's 400 level football. You stick him on a board, and his knowledge of the game is off the charts. And so Travis too. So with him, it's just refining his skills. Maybe a little bit better route runner since we're going to ask our backs to run a lot of routes this year. But he's what you want DNA wise. You just got to keep him healthy.
Your trio of freshmen, just how much better have they gotten with all the time you get during fall camp?
A lot. Those two guys are really good. It's all about reps. One back offense and one ball. So how do we get them the reps we need to get them good? Both those two kids have picked it up tremendously fast. So it's just about can we get them in a game and get them some touches.
Where is Trey in that return process?
Trey's great. Trey's probably 99% ready to go. He looked really good, but again, he hasn't taken a hit in a while. So Trey's going to go when we feel like he's ready to go. I'm not going to push him before his time, but he's real close.
What goes into for the young guys particularly? Obviously, pass blocking is humongous.
Yeah,
so
protection. Yeah,
what does that look like in practice when you're teaching them from the jump?
Yeah, but the thing is, both those kids they got a lot of courage. They're not afraid, and that's the first thing. A lot of times, high school kids come in, they don't want to block anybody. Those two kids are not afraid. It's just understanding protections and how we do things with our front, and understanding calls and stuff like that. But they've done pretty good so far. Ways to go.
What have you seen out of Seven just as a pass catcher and that kind of dynamic aspect he adds, especially when you said you guys are going to be passing the ball?
Dynamic athlete. He's so good in space. He's so good with body awareness. If the ball's anywhere in his radius, he's catching it. And that's unique for a running back that can do that. He's basically a running back with receiver skills. And that's good.
Have you ever had a guy that's been committed as long as he was prior to getting here? It was like 4 years.
Yeah, probably not, but it was a process. He gave me some gray hairs, but it's all good now.
Yeah.
Particularly on the high school back and forth for him.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a.
Even just last year, and as you're talking with him, it was like about what New York was doing, what they weren't doing. Do you bother to play? Do you not bother to play? He was talking about possibly enrolling early, but they're going to play in the spring. So
these last 18 months were crazy. I can't even. You write a book on what it was, especially for high school kids trying to come out. So he made it, and he's a survivor. Seven McGee is a survivor, and I love that about him. A
lot of your guys, regardless of running back or not, are versatile. Is he a guy that you could say, hey, go in and play receiver as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, and probably he's going to be one of our 2 punt returners, I would imagine. So he got great ball skills.